Hey, this is John 5 here on BackstageAccess.com, where the real show begins.
I'm Dee Haley with BackstageAccess.com, and I'm talking with guitar virtuoso John 5, former guitarist from Marilyn Manson, host of Others, and also the current guitar player for Rob Zombie. And thanks for taking the time to talk with us today, John. Your latest solo album, The Art of Malice, that's scheduled to be released, I believe, on May 11th. Are you still on track for that release date?
That is correct. May 11th, The Art of Malice. And, yeah, really excited. Yeah, right now we're driving somewhere in Missouri and just on the road right now having a blast.
Now, you're on the road now. You're touring with Rob Zombie. How did you get around to recording your 5th solo album?
Well, I take advantage of my time, that's for sure. There's a lot of hours in the day, and, there's a lot of hours wasted if you're not really focusing on, writing and doing things like that. Anybody could get lost at, partying or, doing whatever, but I'm just trying to really focus, take advantage of time, and just work as much as possible. And I don't really even see it as work. I love doing it anyway, so it's a real pleasure for me.
Now, I had the opportunity and pleasure of actually getting a preview of The Art of Malice. I reviewed it, and the influences that you have on there, it just shines through in the CD. And it's an instrumental metal album. It crosses a lot of different musical genres. I really liked it. I noticed old school country, kind of Junior Brownish, and even some flamenco in there. There's so many differences, but the common thread there is you. And I was just wondering how it all came together.
Well, that is true. I really enjoy, I started doing these records when I got out of Manson, but I really enjoy the guitar. I love the guitar, and I love music. It doesn't have to be rock music or anything. I just really enjoy music, and when I started doing these instrumental records, I kind of did them for, myself and the fans of real love for music, and try to inspire some people of different styles of playing, and it's very important. And listening to an instrumental record, there's a lot of the same kind of thing over and over again, and not just instrumental. It could be any record, but it gets tiresome. I don't care if it's the greatest record in the world. It gets tiresome to listen to front and back. But when you're, when you pop in the Art of Malice, it's kind of like having your iPod on shuffle, because there's so many different styles of music on there, and you don't really get tired of listening to it, because there's so many. It takes you on so many different roads.
I thought it was really neat the way there were so many different things going on, but yet it all fit together. And I think that's it's quite a task. A lot of times you hear mixed things, or you have your iPod on shuffle, and there's, such a distinct difference. But with you playing guitar on all of them, it's just exciting. The whole thing I thought was pretty exciting. Now, Billy Sheehan also played bass on that one, right, on You Dig? I was wondering how that came together, too.
That came about, because, David Lee Roth is one of my great friends, and, starting with the title, You Dig, it's like when someone, when I talk to Dave, or when someone talks to David Lee Roth, a lot of people will say, so, Dee, I'm going down the road right now, we're somewhere in Missouri, And instead of someone saying, Dave Roth always says You Dig. So I kind of, named the song You Dig, because every other word he says You Dig. So, and it's my tribute to Van Halen, my love of Van Halen music, and then I got my good friend Billy Sheehan to play bass on it, because, I was such a fan of that Eat Up and Smile record, Skyscraper record. So it's great, it's a real honor to have the best bass player in the world playing on it.
So a lot of your own experiences contributed to your song titles and inspired the writing for the solo work?
Absolutely. The song JW is, my initials, and my dad used to call me JW, and Fractured Mirror is a cover by Ace Frehley on his 1978 solo record. It's kind of what inspired me to, like really play guitar, and pick up a guitar because I love the Ace. And, there's so many hidden things in this record. Like the F-Lot is like a little place in my high school where we used to hang out. So there's a lot of history with that record, and it's a very personal record.
Now, getting back to the Fractured Mirror tune, I'm a big Ace fan myself, and I thought it was kind of neat. I love the way that you really stayed true to the Ace version, and I was wondering what made you throw in the cover tune.
It was the fifth record, John 5, my fifth record. I always in my head was like, my fifth instrumental record is going to be really important to me, and it's going to be like my life, it's going to be everything I wanted to do. And that song was very important to me growing up. And I kind of wanted to pay such a great tribute to it because it is such a great song. And I didn't want to put a bunch of, messy solos on it and all that stuff. So I kind of very true to the song, paying a high respect and a high tribute to Ace and that song. So it was a very important song in my life.
Now, I also heard, I'm going to stay on the Kiss topic for a second, I heard that you have a pretty extensive Kiss poster collection.
Yeah, I actually sold that a while back, and I had the largest Kiss poster collection in the world, and I sold it to a doctor in Florida for like $75,000. So but it's because I pretty much got everything, and I was like, okay, well, I got everything. Now what? So it was, but I love Kiss. Kiss is what really inspired me, through my whole life, and I still love them today. And just having the honor of Ace being one of my great friends and me writing a song with Paul Stanley on his solo record was just a dream come true.
Yeah, Live to Win, you were on there.
That's right.
Which was also a lot of fun. I've been following Kiss for a while myself, so I'm right there with you, John. Now,
oh, that's great. Good.